Hello, good evening. Hope you had a lovely, lovely day. It has been Bank Holiday Monday, hasn't it? So I hope you've had a lovely, relaxing day. So first things first, a big thank you to everyone who came to see us at Harrogate. I nearly forgot where we were. That's not good, is it? A big thank you to everyone who came to see us at Harrogate yesterday. As you can tell, I'm a little bit tired today, and I may or may not. I'm not confirming anything because I don't know if Mr. Root is watching. I had a bit of a kip this afternoon, so I might feel a little bit, I may have just woke up as well, but that's another story. So yeah, it's Monday, so it's Monthly Make Monday. We're going to be playing with our lovely April set. Another confession time. Couldn't find my stamps anywhere. Well, I found a couple. I'm not sure where I've put them safe. So I found a couple to work with. So I've ended up treating myself to a new packet out of the cupboard. So I've got myself a new packet to work with. So we will be working with, there you go, I can never remember which way is which. April's Monthly Make, which is the gorgeous flower and the lovely little triangle. Yeah, that's what we're working with tonight. So, like I say, hope you had a lovely day. What have you been up to? It is raining outside now, but then that's just usual for bank holiday, isn't it? So, anyway, I thought I would work in my journal tonight, so that's where we're going to be working, and it's my last page in my journal, and it's actually the front page. So we can be very big and brave and work on the front page of my journal. So we have one full, complete journal. Good evening, Maxine. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So let's get crafting, shall we? I will admit as well, I can't find my mouse anywhere, so it's making changing cameras very hard. But we'll muddle through, won't we? There we go. So you can see my journal. It's a little bit plump, shall we say? Because, like I say, this is my last page we are working with, or we've got to work with even. I'm just going to move that up because my journal book's a little bit bigger than what I am used to on this one. You can just about see my page now. Evening, Sue. I do apologise, I'm a little bit croaky because, like I say, I may or may not. I'm not admitting to anything there. I've had a cheeky afternoon kit. Anyway, I'm now going to start rummaging for things, so just bear with me 1 second because I need a poly mount and I can't see one off the top of my head. So I'm just going to take my poly plates off this one. So what have you been up to today? Have you had a lovely day? Well, I'm trying to pull poly plates off. That's not a good start, is it? There we go. Right, I've got my poly plate off. So, to start off, I am going to grab my stamps out of the packet, and then I don't get to take stamps out of the packet very often. I normally get them fresh off the production line. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stamp the big flower. There we go. Pop that on there. Actually, that was a bit of a silly move because I'm using my poly mount, look, when I stamp it. I didn't think that through, did I? Let's pop it on my page and then I can get the right position on my poly mount. That looks about right to me. And we'll pop our poly mount on there. There we go. Let's just pick that up. So, what I thought we would do is I want big and bold backgrounds, so big bright colours in the background, and then a oh, excuse me. I'm either going to do a no colour flower to make it pop, or we might just do a little bit of blending on there, you know, with a doodle pen. But I want it to stand out because it's got no colour and all the colours in the background. So we're going to do some masking as well. So I've got some masking here to use as well. Yep. So first up, I need to stamp this onto my page, and then I need to stamp it onto my masking. So he's asking, when's this one available? It'll be available once we launch our next box, which will hopefully be next Monday. If not, it'll also be on. I can't get my words out. It'll be on Hobby Maker on the 14th, so it'll definitely be released before then. But yeah, hopefully, we will be releasing next month's box next week, as long as everybody's boxes nearly turned up. Because they will be leaving the building. Maybe not tomorrow, because I'm still waiting on some printing, but definitely Wednesday. I'm going to pop that on there, just like that. It's very hard when you're doing this into a spine because you end up like pivoting it, don't you? So you end up with bits of black ink everywhere. Now I will apologise as well. Anybody who saw us yesterday at Harrogate will know my hands are playing up a little bit. You can tell, not looking too hot, are they? So my stamping is pretty appalling at the moment. But that's okay. If it goes all wrong, we'll cut it out and stick over the top. It's always a way, isn't there, to get it looking good. There's that one. Let's get that bit in there. So I am going to be pressing my stamps lots and lots and lots. So you didn't quite come out in the middle, but that's okay. I'm going to move that to one side. We can fix that. I said I'll move that to one side, but my desk is saying nope. I can't be the only one with a really messy desk. Right, so now what I want is the bits that I want to mask off. So I want this big beautiful flower and I want the little leaf here. I'm not going to worry about my stalk or anything like that. I'm going for the bits that are easy to cut out and I want to stay white. So I'm going to stamp this bit and this little flower head here. Yep. Let's get our ink on there. And I'm not going to worry. Can you see how I've got all these little dotty bits here? I'm not going to worry about that because they're black. They're already on our bit that we've stamped. So I'm going to stamp the big flower first. The bit in my book. We'll use that bit. I'm going to pop that bit in here. I'm going to try and save my masking. My masket. I'm going to pop that bit there. Dink, dink, dink. And then I need my little flower. Not my flower, my leaf. Maybe I should give myself a little bit more time to wake up. Not that I was asleep either. Not that I had a little cheeky kip this afternoon. I'm going to come and put my leaf in down here. Because basically we cut these out so it doesn't really matter as long as they're not touching. We've got enough room to cut them out. Put that on there. There we go. I want to give that a bit of a waft so it dries a little bit. Before we do that I need to get rid of all this off my desk. Quick rub. There we go. Nothing there. There's definitely something up there because my desk's turning, my tissue's turning red. I love it when you find the surprise colour on your desk. Like, oh, yeah. Right, so we have our masket. Yeah, you can see. So what is masket? It's just like a giant sheet of masking tape, basically, but it's got a very gentle stick, so it's not going to rip your paper or anything like that. Yeah, it's so friendly and just so easy to use. So what I do, a lot of people cut it because it's got like it's like an acetate back to it. Yeah, a lot of people cut through it, but what I like to do, I don't know why, is just if you peel it off and then you've got a carrier sheet for it going forward, or stick it to the back of your stamps if you're really organised so you don't lose it. I'm just going to go around my leaf. Dink, dink, dink. Just be careful because it will stick to your scissors as you're cutting it out. You could use your post-it notes as well. If you think you're going to be cutting something out quite a bit, it's easier to do it with your masket, and then you've got it again, haven't you? So there's my little leaf. That was the easy one. I went easy first, didn't I there? Pop that down there. And then we'll do this one. There we go. Oops. And then look at all that I've got left for next time. That can go there. So keep it somewhere safe, keep it flat, and make sure, unlike me, you see I've got a bubble in mine there. That'll lose its stick. So make sure you fix it back down to your acetate. It's all good to go next time. Do love masking. So all I'm going to do now is really carefully and slowly just nip round the edge. Evening, Michelle. Evening, Kay. I hope you got home safe yesterday. I'm just going all the way around. I love a bit of masking. I'm just not always organised enough to remember where I've put it to use it. Going around like so. And you notice I'm not worrying about that bobbly obbly bit because, again, it's stamped on my base bit. And it's a faff to cut out, so you know. And it's no pressure tonight, is it really? Because we're doing the front page of our journal. I mean, our last page in our journal. I think we've got a Stonking stamp set to use with it, haven't we? So can't complain. I had to do the front page at some point, didn't I? And this one felt like a nice easy one to use to do my front page. There you go, that's that one. And you can't really go wrong with this technique either, because it's one of those that it just looks cool no matter what you do with it. As long as you've got a nice big like open image, it looks really well. Right, so we've got rid of, let me get rid of that sticky stuff, otherwise we'll be finding that for the next week or so. Let's move them to one side. Okay, right, so we've got our stamped, well, not very well stamped image from before, but it's stamped, that's the main thing. And then we've got our lovely masket, which we are going to throw over the top. Like post-it notes do well, work well. Occasionally you just want that masket because it will stick down. Just like that. And let's get a little leaf on there. So I don't often feel pressure when I'm crafting, but tonight, front page of our journal. Oof. Is it scary time that? Like having to put your big girl pants on and craft. Right. That's not an image you all wanted on a Monday evening, is it? So, colours now. We've done all the hard work. We've done our stamping. We've done our bits and bobs. So, colours. Should we go bright? I'm thinking bright colours. So, I'm actually start looking at my brush hose. Yeah, let's do brush hose. And there is one colour combo. I think we'll do Sunburst Lemon. That big bright yellow. And well, I found my glossy accents, so I'll keep them safe for a minute or two. Alzarian Crimson is normally my go-to, isn't it? We will. We'll go Alzarian Crimson tonight. Because those two work beautifully together. Or turquoise. Actually, we'll go turquoise. So we'll do Alzarian Crimson and a bit of turquoise. Because those two colours, it's that pop of that yellow and that beautiful blue. Yep. So, we'll create a lovely... I don't want it to come out. There we go. It's starting to come out now. There's our Alzarian Crimson. Doesn't look like much. We'll do in a minute. I'm just going to pop a little bit of our... Notice, didn't I stick that bit down? I'm just going to do a little bit of blue, so I want turquoise, sorry. What I want to do is make sure I'm going to get colour all the way around my flower, because there's no point masking it off and then only having a bit where I'm going to get some flower. Colour even. got a big empty patch here, so I'm just going to pop another bit of yellow. I don't want to overpower with the turquoise. Ooh, that was a lot. Eek. And let's spritz. We can always put a little bit more on if we want to, which we might do. So here. It's funny how we automatically go for my blue, isn't it? Right. Enough is enough. There we go. Right, where's my heat gun gone? I should really do this on my lower setting because I've got my mask on there. Might be here for a while to do that though. Okay, just get this dried off. Ooh, you can see my mask, it's not liking the heat. It will withstand low heat, not the high heat I've got it on. You don't want to watch paint dry though, do you? Literally. Butterfly cluster. I'm going to leave that there. Stuck that down. Right. So it's not dry, but it's dry enough for us to keep stamping. I'm just going to grab a bit of a brush. A nice big powdery brush. Can you see? I don't know if you can actually. I've got a little bit of raw brush out. So I've got lumpy bits of brush out. So you can see here. Just there. I've got lumpy bits. I don't want to wet them because I don't want to wet my page again. Oh, there you go. There's a big juicy brush. So I just want to get rid of any lumpy bumpy bits we've got left of our brush out. There we go. And there's two reasons for that. Is one, if you hit it with any moisture, it's going to activate again. But two, if you try and stamp over lumps, you've got no chance, have you? We've already proved my stamping's not on form tonight. Don't want that happening again, do we? So let's go to our triangles. Can't decide on my colours again. I'm having one of those indecisive nights, aren't I? So let's pop this on here. Got our gorgeous little triangles. Let's move it up to the top. Do love this stamp. So I think before we do anything too much, I think I'm going to go back to my turquoise brush out. Finding all sorts on my desk tonight. And I'm going to stamp this in my brush out. So I've got this lovely turquoise. I'm going to use that. And then we'll do a little bit of more precise stamping. Ooh, wow. That came out a lot. So again, I don't know if you can see, yeah, I've put my brush away with my water here. The reason I've not put it on top is because as soon as you spritz, it just goes everywhere. So I'm trying to be good and keep my desk a little bit tidy. I know, you all just fell off your chairs then, didn't you? So pop it in. I need to move my book around so it's a little bit easier to stamp. Can you see I'm walking out as well so we don't get any puddles? Just like that. And then we're just going to come in and splat it. Now, I'm not looking for perfect stamping. I'm looking for this lovely, like, distressed watercolour effect there. Can you see? Yeah. Evening, Nicola. You forgot it was Monday. Oh, no, that's all right. I've got somebody who's just realised it is actually school tomorrow. Not happy bunny. Just popping that there. Just like that. I'm hardly using this big patch of brush I've got here. I'm using a teeny tiny bit I've walked out here. Pop that in there. But you can see here where I had that big patch of turquoise that was still lumpy bumpy, i.e. not activated. Yeah. I've reactivated by putting this little bit of water on it. Here. Like that. Evening, Mum. There we go. Right. So can you see? It just adds that little bit of like detail to the background. Yeah, bit of texture. All those lovely things we like. Now what I'm going to do is I've got a lot of brush over there, haven't I? That it's just going to go to waste. But it's not. I'm clean my stamp off first. I know, cleaning stamps. Woof. I might have been taken over by aliens. To be fair, yesterday on our make and take we were using oxide soy. We did do a bit of cleaning. Cleaning as we went. Never heard of when I'm crafting. So, pop that back down there. Don't know why I've taken it off because I don't need another one. I'm going to do a quick pick up with this one if I can find my index card book. That'd be a no. Rude. Why is it not there? Come to think of it, I've not seen my index card book in ages. Probably taken it somewhere and forgot about it. Right. You know what? Instead, I'm just going to grab a fresh one off the shelf. I'm just going to do a quick pick up. So literally, I'm not wasting my brush out. I'm just going to take a page out of my index card book. Well, not my index card book, my new one that I've just had to pick up. Because being organised, I'd be able to find it, won't I? But you know. But can you see? Wonderful little background there for you. Yep. I'm going to have to dry that off though. I've still got loads of brush out left. Could be here all night, couldn't we, just doing backgrounds? There we go. So, we've got a brush out one there that we can use another day. Maybe later if we get through this one. So, what was the other thing I wanted to do? I think I might just add, whilst I've got all my brush on my desk, you know, might as well try and use a little bit of it up. Just do a bit of splashing. You see how we've got our droppy bits here? Kind of just complements it, doesn't it? There you go. I've gone over the top now. Too much splattering. But it's okay. All sorts. Oh look at all that yellow we must have dusted off on my tissue. Love brush, you always find it everywhere. Right. There we go. So at the moment we've got our lovely flower, kind of stamped. We've masked it off. We've done some brush out in background. I did say I wanted some more of them triangles, didn't we? That was me trying to be good putting my stamps away. And I still wanted them. Right. So you can see we've got these lovely like distressed ones in background. Well, I want a bit more, a few more, but a bit more crisp. You'll get there in the end. Let's just dry my dots off. Otherwise we won't be stamping anything crisp, will we? And I think we'll use grey, because you know how much I love using grey in the background. Right, so let me find a grey. Yeah, I didn't think there'd be one in there. Please be one in this box. Yay, found. Still not sorting my stuff out from last Monday. I'm just inking up in my grey. There we go. Then again, we're just going to splat it in the background a little bit. Oops. And I do turn it to make it easier for me to stamp, especially today. I did actually contemplate getting my stamping press out. I know. There we go. Just remember, when you're stamping around anything that's masked, or like your post-it notes or something you put over the top, it's a different level, isn't it? So you just need to press a little bit harder around with this. Otherwise you end up with a bit of a halo like I've got going on there. That's okay. There's no right or wrong, is there? That one's a bit better. I don't think I'm going to do any more on that. I don't think it needs any more, does it? Yeah. So you've just got a little bit more crisp. And then also you can see the texture coming through from the journal, which is really cool. Right, I'm just going to have a quick sip of water. I need to think. So, right, I'm going to take my mask off, I think, because I think we're done with that, aren't we? I'm hesitating, aren't I? My head's going, that was a bit too easy. Is it going to look alright? Well, we'll find out. Pop it off. Maybe. Where is my stamp? There we go. So, my new clean packet. I'm going to put these on here. Let's take this one off as well. It works. I love revealing those. It's one of those things that always makes you smile, doesn't it? Well, if it's worked, it makes you smile. If it doesn't work, then it's like, oh no, what do I do next? Right, so we've got that there. Let's see if I can grab a bit of a charcoal pencil. There we go. Rather blunt, which I will do. So I'm just going to come in. And like I always say, I get some of my near me lines, not perfect. I'm aiming to go down my lines, but chances are I'm not going to be that close to them. Just like that. We might have to get some doodle pen action going out in a minute. Because, well, stamping's not the best, is it, on that? Just like that. Let's turn my book round again. I can't believe I've been big and brave and done the last page in this journal. Okay, just helping it start to jump out a little bit. Yep. You can tell that it's still wet because it's a charcoal pencil, it's going really dark. Even just come down my splatter a little bit. Give them a bit of. I don't know if you've noticed, they look a bit like cats. You know, like 2 ears and a head. Just a little bit, don't they? Just going to give me a little spots a bit of that as well. Up here. Just be careful when you're working over your brush out because, oh, I've not done it. But normally it just comes off in your hand. Because remember, your hand will be a bit moist, won't it? coming up there. If we've got dots, we have to have a bit of white pen action, don't we? A bit of white doodle action. So, got that one there. It's the rules, isn't it? If we've got dots and dashes, we need white pen action. What I am going to do is, you can see my really bad stamping here is bugging me now. I'm just going to grab my favourite friend, just make this a little bit more solid. And that's literally because I didn't ink it up. I'm not pressing very hard with my stamp press at the moment because, well, my hands are a bit sore. And it's got a texture to it. They're all my excuses, and that's what I'll stick to. But that's why it's not words for me. I did have that last minute panic thinking, oh, I should really get my stamp base out, my stamp press out, and I didn't, and now I'm kicking myself if I don't. Just like that. Won't be a moment. You won't know whether I've got the right bit or not. It's just a scribble. There we go. There we go. Close enough. Looks a bit better, doesn't it now? Oh, now I'm on a roll. I'll do this bit as well. You just stamped it properly. I'm just... There we go. That looks better, doesn't it? Right, I'm happier now. You can tell. I'm happier. We can get back to our serious doodling now. So any dots or any of these dashes, I've just coloured these in and now I'm going back over the white. There we go. See? So much better, isn't it? We were talking about doodle pens yesterday, actually, at Harrogate. And how they just... It's like a must in your crafting stash, isn't it? You just come to the rescue when you think you've messed up. So, no, there's a doodle pen just waiting for you. There we go. Nearly there. Not too shabby for my first page of my journal, is it? Do we want to go back in with a bit more charcoal pencil? I'm not sure. Let's put a... I'm not sure if we're going too much on this, it's going to lose that lovely bright white finish, isn't it? So I think I'm going to stamp this, hopefully. I'll stamp this and then that might be it. Yeah. Like it in the bottom corner. Ooh. But I do hope you've been enjoying working with this stamp set because they are a fab little stamp set. And I know I have to say that, but I do like this one. Just throwing everything around my desk again. Ooh. Got a birdie on the roof, I don't really can hear him. I wonder what it was at first. Dust. I've only literally taken out his packaging. I got a bit of dust on it. Naughty. So I'm going to pop this down here somewhere. Again, when we're lining this one up, you're looking at that line that is knowing you are, because that's got a flat bottom, yeah? Whereas the others have kind of got a wiggly woggly bottom. It really isn't this hard to stamp, but you know. There we go. Yeah, I kind of did it. So we've got our beautiful saying in there. We've got our flower, and then we've got this beautiful background going on with our lovely textures. And I don't think it needs anything else, does it? I think it is really that simple. Simple and elegant. I think that's how I described the stamp set, wasn't it? At the very beginning. But I don't want to do any more on that. So I love how that pops out. Yeah? Right. So we did a bit of a journey. It's only 1/4 to the hour. So, because that took no time at all. That's what I love about this stamp set. Absolutely no time at all, and you get beautiful results. Yay, loving that. Right. You're all very quiet tonight. Or I'm just rabbiting away. We did this before, didn't we? And I said if we get a chance, we will do something else with it. So, this is just something else with it. So. In your set, evening Rachel, in your lovely set, you also get the Tiddler. We like Tiddlers. But he doesn't get any splatters with him. That's the only downside of the Tiddler. Oh, Nicole's eating. I don't blame him. Is it something good? I've not had my tea yet. Because like I said before, I may or may not have, you know, fell asleep. But I'm not admitting that at all. That's why I say may or may not. Oh, we're going to do virtually the same thing as before. So we've got our little Tiddlers, because I know we've not used these as much as the other one. I was about to save this upside down. It's got a bigger gap at the top for your writing, hasn't it? Maybe I am. Oh, chicken noodles. Don't know what I fancy for my tea. Mr. Who sorted out the kids. I can't complain. Could have went with tea, couldn't I? No. I did say I'd go down and I never did. Anyway, but I was not asleep. I was not asleep, honest. Honest. Right, so I just want this beautiful, beautiful triangles too. I do like these triangles. I think I said that a few times now, haven't I? So, ooh, cheer. So, we're going to go for the same colours as we did before. We've used our lovely blue in the background there. Ink him up, so we want some lovely crisp stamping. There's that one. I'm going to do that again because if you look, not quite enough. I want a bit more coming down here, so it's kind of like whoop. Right. Pop that one over here. I'm not worrying too much about it lining up, but we can do. We'll like that. It's gone a bit cockeyed now, I can tell, because it's got lines on my paper and I can tell I've gone a bit cockeyed through it. Would help if I did it where you could see what I'm doing. Pop it down like that. Yeah. I was wondering whether I wanted to, you know, we did in the back of this one. So we had these lovely like blue bits in there as well. I was wondering whether I wanted that in this one. And I thought, no, just the solid will be enough. Oops. That was my guillotine hitting the floor. It's okay. At least I know where it is. So we're going to use some of this beautiful Sunburst lemon. Normally I'd have done this the other way around, but you know, we like to change our minds, don't we? Again, I'm just walking it out down my desk so we don't get lots of lumpy bumpy bits. And a little bit more there. Because we're injecting another colour, aren't we? Oh, I splotted it there, can you tell? No, yeah, I'm going a bit too much with it there, aren't I? Yes. Step away from. Got that lovely other colour in there. So I think you can now poke your eyes out then with a kitchen roll. So you can see, a very similar technique to what we've just done. Put on something, it'll be about half the size. Got a lovely lemon on there. I don't know if it's quite coming across that lemon quite right on screen, but it is looking pretty cool. Should do more index cards, shouldn't we? We don't do enough. Right. Okay. Right, now we've got the choice here. We can either splot our coloured flower, our solid flower, yep, and then stamp over the top, however that goes on there. Or we can cut it out. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to cut it out. So I'm also going to do some masking. I was looking at the same time then. So I want this beautiful, you see how we've got our stalk on this one, but we haven't got a stalk for this one. But we have, because we can use the same one, can't we? So what I want to do is, I want some post-it notes. Yeah, you've all had the same thought as me, but yeah, I'm probably not going to find them in a hurry. Okay, might not have post-it notes, but I do have acetate, don't I? So we can acetate off with acetate. We can mask it off with acetate, you know. Ooh, there's a nice piece. That one will do. So when we come to stamp it, I basically want my leaf here and up a little bit. So I want to mask off here and across. Yep. So let's move that out of the way. I'm going to put my acetate. I know you can't see it, but it is there. I'm going to put my acetate across a little bit, like that. There's going to take my other acetate. Shiny, shiny. Do apologise. I'm going to pop that down there. Actually, I want that to go up a little bit. Move that up. And before I do anything else, look, I'm going to do exactly the same as what I tried to do before. My poly mount is going to hit my binder, my edge thing. Binding. So I'm going to move this right over. Yep, so it's right over on here. And he will fit beautifully now. Good job, he bends. So he'll fit now beautifully there. So let's get some ink. I'm trying not to touch the acetate at this bit, so I'm just going to ink him up in midair. I'm just going to get rid of those dirty marks I've left on there as well. Just going to plonk him down here, just like that. Oh, missed a little bit, but I'm sure with some careful positioning you won't see it. So I don't need my big one now. We're going to work with our little one. So first up we need some little one colours, because we're going to go, or do we just do it plain white? Or I even took the top as well, in a rather obvious place. I'll explain that one. It's going to look cool, isn't it? But do I actually want the solid? I don't think I do. I think we're just going to stamp that straight onto, sorry Mr. Solid. I'm going to grab, let me see if you can see that, if you can. I'm going to grab that one and we're going to stamp it so it looks very similar to our last one. Just like that. Make sure we ink him up. And stamp it slightly in so that we have got some room to do a bit of a border around the edge in this one. And I know our leaf isn't green, isn't white. I'm sure we can do something with that as well. Alright, let's get that bit done. I am going to do some charcoal pencil on this one. So instead of being on the base, it's going to go on this one this time. Just keep adding a little bit more colour in until we are happy with it. And of course we need to do some dots and dashes on this one as well, don't we? Let's see if charcoal pen will be enough on this one. It looks alright, doesn't it? We had a little bit of glossy accents to it. Oh, that's what we didn't do on the other one. Rude! We had dots but no glossy accents. It needs some glossy accent action. I'm just going to cut this one out with a bit of a border. I'm not going to worry about those dots. Well, I'm not going to worry about the dots that are miles away from the image. The ones that are next to it will go round. Oop, like that one, that I nearly chopped off. Just like that. Just keep going. I should have really heat set this before I did it, because we know our VersaFine Clairs are a little bit temperamental and they like a bit of drying time, don't they? I'm getting a very inky pinky. Yeah. Actually, it didn't look too bad there. It's really bad. How cute's that? Got that there. We need our white doodle pen, white gel pen. Just like that. maybe not that one. I had my fatter one a minute ago, didn't I? What did I put in there? I love this fat one for. See? Such, well, you get fatter lines, don't you? I don't think I actually touched the card with a pen. Just like that. I don't think that really needs anything else, does it? Well, obviously to be stuck to the book would help. If I can find right there, I think what I'm going to do. Oh, his house finished, isn't it? Go around the edge to make this leaf pop. Yes, I'm going over my black lines. There we go. Makes it stand out a little bit more, doesn't it? Like I put it out. That was lazy and I didn't. That's going to go on there like so. And then all I'm going to do is grab my sentiment. Oops. Just like that. Make sure I ink him up. I do like this saying. So it's beautiful is knowing you are one of a kind. There we go. Oops, sorry. And then, you know, if, like here, can you see my is disappearing, isn't it? I could tell it was going to do that by really stamping it. So I'm just going to very gently just go in and give it some edge back. So now, he jumps out a little bit better. I could go along and do them all, but I'm not going to. What's the date today? Oh, 2nd of May. Ooh. May 2nd. I think it's nice to date them, isn't it? Because you know when you did them. Right, so all I would do, finish it off. Really simple. I need to glue my little fella down. Maybe not simple using glossy accents. Ow. Quite like it that way. Make sure I cover that bit there. Give it a minute to set. There we go. And then, obviously, if you were doing this on a card or something, or a gift tag maybe. And those little pillar boxes, I think that's what they're called, isn't it? I always thought my mum was really, really good at cutting out pillar boxes. As in, like, she used to sit and like measure it out and score it up. And she let slip she had a die for it. No. Right, so whilst I've got my glossy accents in hand, I'm going to bring this one back in. So try and get my book a little bit more. There we go. And then I'd literally do the same on this one. Oops. Yeah, don't look too closely. I might have missed a dot there. Making extra ones. Like that. I actually think this one would work really well with our industrial set we had last month as well. It does work really well with it, because we know it does. There you go. You forget how many there is on this big one. dots. Not industrial thing. You knew what I meant though, didn't you? Keep going. Nearly done. Looks like that. Okay, maybe not. Somewhere close. Something like that. Yeah? I think so. So, we've had a bit of a play tonight, haven't we? Very, well, similar colour palette, or same colour palette. Similar technique. We used our leftover bits on this one. So, we masked off our big flower to begin with. Used Brusho in background. We then stamped some of our lovely Brusho triangles in the turquoise. Stamped over in VersaFine grey, smoky grey, just to get that lovely detailing back like we've done on this one. Yep. And then we took off our mask, did a little bit of charcoaling because we like that. Stamped the saying. I don't think you can quite see my saying. It is there. Look, right in the bottom corner. There you go. Just about see it. We did the same on that one. You can see similar design, two completely different sizes. I think that is about half, isn't it? Half the size of it. Works just as well. So that's it. Hope you've enjoyed that one. Now let me see if I can get back to my pewter, because like I say, lost my mouse. I'm not having a good day really, am I? Can't find anything. So that is it from me tonight. Thank you for joining me on this lovely, well, rainy bank holiday Monday. We should be opening, let's go through my months then, May's monthly make next week, as long as it's arrived. And there's a slight delay in that being sent out, so it's not going to probably go out till Wednesday because I am waiting on my printing. And there's no way I'm going to get all the boxes packed with the printing when it turns up tomorrow, so they'll probably be going out Wednesday. So apologies, but we will do our best to get them out tomorrow. More likely Wednesday. And I can't send some of your boxes, and not all of them, because that wouldn't be fair, would it? That'd be mean. Yeah, they all go or none go. That's the rules. And, you know, it makes the post office enjoy it even more. Anyway, I'm trying to think what we've got on this week. I think it's quite a quiet one this week. We're catching up because we've had a busy few weeks. So yeah, we're back next Monday at 7, hopefully to open May's monthly make. If not, we'll just have fun with this one again, because we have been loving this flower set, haven't we? Well, I am. I hope you have too. Anyway, that's it for me. Enjoy the rest of your bank holiday Monday. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you all again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.